Scott Disick expresses that he is prepared to marry Kourtney Kardashian. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. There has been a lot of talk lately about Scott Disick and Kourtney Kardashian. Many people are now wondering if there is still a chance that the two might get back together. This conversation started again because of a short clip from the upcoming episode of the popular show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In the video, Scott, who is now 37 years old, opens up and says he still has strong feelings for Kourtney. While talking with Kim Kardashian, she asked him when he and Kourtney were going to be together again, and Scott responded with something that surprised a lot of fans. He said that no matter where Kourtney stands, he will always stand with her. Then he looked straight at her and said he loved her and was ready to marry her right away. Scott also shared that Kourtney knows deep down that they will eventually get married and have a good life together. After hearing this, Kris Jenner, who is the mother of Kourtney, joined in and playfully encouraged Scott to propose to her daughter. She joked that it would make Kourtney feel special and appreciated. Kris reminded everyone that Scott and Kourtney already share 3 children together: Mason, who is 11 years old, Penelope, who is 8, and Rain, who is 6. Kris seemed happy about the idea of them making their family complete. Kourtney did not say no to the idea of getting back together with Scott. However, she gave him a condition. She told him that if he truly wants them to be together again, he has to work on himself. That means improving his behavior and being the best version of himself. This shows that while Kourtney might still have feelings for Scott, she wants to make sure that things will be better if they get back together. But even though fans are hopeful and excited about what Scott said, it is important to note that the two are currently dating other people. Scott is in a relationship with Amelia Hamlin, while Kourtney is dating Travis Barker. Both of them seem serious about their new partners. They have shared pictures together on social media, and they even spend time with each other's families. Amelia has even been seen spending time with Scott's children, which shows that she is becoming a part of his family life. Scott and Kourtney have a long history together. They first met in 2006 at a party hosted by Joe Francis, a friend they both knew. Kourtney was from California and Scott was from New York. At that first meeting, Kourtney later said she didn't like Scott right away because she thought he was a bit annoying. But that feeling didn't last long because they soon started spending more time together and eventually became a couple. Their relationship became a big part of the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In fact, in the very first episode of the show, Kourtney introduced Scott as her boyfriend. She said that they had been friends for about a year before they started dating. After that, they were together for several years, although it wasn't always smooth sailing. At one point, while filming in Las Vegas, Scott asked Kourtney if she wanted to marry him. She said yes at first, and they even went to check out a wedding chapel with her sisters and her mom. But in the end, they decided not to go through with the wedding. They felt it was all happening too fast and wanted to take more time before making such a big decision. There were also times when their relationship was tested. In one episode, Kourtney found messages from another woman on Scott's phone and believed he was being unfaithful. This led to their first breakup. But not long after, they were seen together again in Miami. During a party, they were spotted getting close, and shortly after that, Kourtney found out she was expecting their first child. She mentioned that she had forgotten to take her birth control pills, which led to the surprise pregnancy. On December 14, 2009, they welcomed their first child, Mason Disick. Mason's birth was a very special moment for the family, and it was shown on their reality TV show. Kourtney even helped deliver the baby herself, which became a memorable scene for many fans. However, their relationship continued to have ups and downs. After Mason was born, Scott's personal struggles began to affect their relationship. He started having problems with alcohol, and his behavior became harder for Kourtney to deal with. In one episode, he got so upset after drinking that he punched a mirror. Kourtney decided she couldn't keep going through that, so they broke up again. Even though they went through a lot of breakups and makeups, Kourtney and Scott stayed connected because of their children. They both made an effort to be good parents and co-parent their kids in a peaceful and respectful way. Over time, they were able to become good friends and support each other in parenting. From 2017 to 2020, Scott was in a relationship with Sofia Richie. They were seen together many times, and Sofia even spent time with Scott's kids. But that relationship also ended after a few years. Kourtney, on the other hand, found love again with Travis Barker. Their relationship grew stronger over time, and in May 2022, Kourtney and Travis got married. Even after getting married, Kourtney and Scott continued to keep a good relationship as parents. Looking back at their journey, it's clear that Kourtney and Scott shared a deep bond. They spent many years together, raised 3 kids, and went through many life changes. They started as a young couple figuring things out and grew into mature parents who care for their children deeply. Their relationship has seen many emotional moments, and fans have been with them every step of the way. The story of Scott and Kourtney isn't just about love and breakups. It's about growth, family, and learning how to be there for each other even when things don't work out as planned. They have shown that even after a relationship ends, it's still possible to have love and respect for one another. Now that Scott has said he still loves Kourtney and is ready to marry her, it has brought back many memories for fans who followed their story from the beginning. But with both of them in new relationships, the future is uncertain. Whether or not they ever get back together, what remains clear is that they will always be a part of each other's lives because of their children and the long history they share. Their journey began in a surprising way, and it developed into something powerful. Kourtney and Scott's story shows that love is not always easy, and relationships take work. It also shows that people can grow and change over time, and sometimes that change is what brings people back together or helps them move on in peace. So while fans might hope for a reunion, it's important to understand that both Scott and Kourtney are on their own paths now. They have learned from their past and are doing their best for their kids and for themselves. Time will tell what happens next in their story. For now, what matters most is that they continue to be good parents and keep supporting each other in their journey through life. Their relationship became a big part of the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. In fact, in the very first episode of the show, Kourtney introduced Scott as her boyfriend. She said that they had been friends for about a year before they started dating. After that, they were together for several years, although it wasn't always smooth sailing. At one point, while filming in Las Vegas, Scott asked Kourtney if she wanted to marry him. She said yes at first, and they even went to check out a wedding chapel with her sisters and her mom. But in the end, they decided not to go through with the wedding. They felt it was all happening too fast and wanted to take more time before making such a big decision. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.